I'm Kevin Berger. There's a growing body of evidence pointing to discouraging disparities facing American Indians. There's a recognized achievement gap at school, as well as a persistent health gap, with Native people facing more chronic disease and less access to health care. But a farm and its connection to indigenous foods and medicines is helping the community reclaim its vitality. It's operated by an organization called Dream of Wild Health, and its co-director Joy Persall is with us today. Welcome to Newsmakers, Joy.
Thank you.
So I mentioned it's a farm.
Yes.
Tell me about the farm.
Great. So the farm is a 10-acre organic farm. It's in Hugo, north of the cities. And we have programs for youth and their families. All summer long we bring youth out to the farm, and they get to experience being in circle with their elders, learning about different cultural elements. We have over 23 different tribes represented with these youth. They work side by side with our farmers to plant our indigenous seeds, to plant the vegetables that we sell at markets and through our indigenous food share. They learn to cook with these foods. They learn to advocate about health in their community. They come to understand where health comes from them, for them, I mean, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and go home and spread that out to their families. We have year-round programs also for the youth because they are our strongest advocates to their families and to the communities. They talk about the changes that they experience by eating healthy food, by exercising. They exhibit a change and a confidence in themselves when they are immersed in this cultural element, in this safe space at the farm.
What does it mean for children who live in the city to be out on a farm where things were done as they were for centuries?
Yeah. Well, for the most of the kids, it's an absolute delight. You know, they're in a safe environment. They don't have to worry if they're from the inner city. They're not having to worry about needles at the playground. But more importantly, they get to be with other adults and mentors who are healthy, who are practicing their sobriety, that are practicing their cultural life ways. And we get to share those gifts with the children. And it gives them a sense of hope, and they see choices in ways that they are not always able to experience that back at home.
I've been told that, you know, if kids grow vegetables,
Right.
Somebody who might, they're much more likely to eat those vegetables.
That's absolutely true. They love growing. We have kids that say my favorite thing is to go weeding. And then we have other kids that just like to spend most of their time in the kitchen, learning to cook and to cut these up and to prepare, and didn't know how to prepare kale, or that you could even eat it, or what it's good for, or ground cherries. And growing those indigenous plants, those seeds that we have saved for hundreds of years, they get to grow those out in traditional ways.
Part of what Dream of Wild Health does is work with these seeds that are they have a fascinating story in and of themselves. How did you come to have these access to these seeds that are now flowering?
Right. So Diane Wilson is the co-director. She's also worked with Sally Auger, who was her vision for the farm. And before that was an elder, a Potawatomi elder from Wisconsin named Cora Baker, who spent her life gardening, farming, and saving indigenous seeds that she had gathered from people across the nation. So as she passed, she gifted those seeds to us, and we take that gift very seriously. These are sacred seeds to us. And we starting just with the corn and the squash and the beans to teach the kids how to hold them sacred and how to hand pollinate them, and then to grow them and to share them with their families.
I can tell you're growing a lot more than vegetables with this program.
Yes, we grow vegetables and we grow leaders.
Thank you very much for coming here today and telling us about Dream of Wild Health.
My honor, my pleasure, thank you.
If you would like to learn more about Dream of Wild Health, and hey, if you're a gardener or if you just got a lot of elbow grease, you can find out about volunteering at the farm as well. Here's their website, dreamofwildhealth.org. And that's it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Kevin Berger. Thanks for watching.